So good morning, all of you. First of all, thanks to the Kerala IT for giving us an opportunity to do this webinar on how does ERP helps to scale your business. So myself, Jasad, founder and CEO of Technaureus, and I'm the ERP consultant of Technaureus. Along with me, my colleague Asharaf is also joining, and he is the senior implementation lead of Technaureus.
Hello, good morning.
So Technaureus is actually a digital transformation company established in 2016. And we are ISO certified private limited company. We are official certified Odoo Gold partner. We are having 12 plus years of experience in the domain and providing the service across the globe. And we have certified consultants. We are actively providing the services into services such as business consulting, process re-engineering, digital transformation, ERP solutions, data analytics, web and mobile applications. So as one of our primary services is into ERP implementations, we are dealing with the entire services of ERP implementations, including customizations, migration, training, and support. So before jumping to the agenda, I would like to know in which industry all our audience are coming from. So please, you can type in the chat, you belongs to which industry. Okay, fine. I can see some are from software industries and some are from production industries. Okay. That's good.
Manufacturing industry.
Manufacturing. Yes.
Healthcare.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. IT, there are some healthcare also.
Healthcare also.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. So ERP can be used in any industry, regardless of the size or vertical. Okay. So let's jump into the agenda. So during this session, now we'll be covering the evolution of an ERP system. What are the benefits we'll get if we implement an ERP system into an organization? So when a business take a decisions when they need to go with an ERP system, okay, and what will be the plus or minus or advantages or disadvantages with and without ERPs? Okay, what are the factors to be considered before implementing an ERP system? Then finally, what you have to do, how you can choose the right vendor for the ERP implementation. Then finally, we'll go to the Q&A sessions. Okay. So before going to the first topic, I would like to know how many of us are already using ERP systems. So if you are using, please, you can type yes in the chat. I can see very few yes in the chat, but no problem. Definitely we'll cover what exactly the ERP is and what is the evolution of an ERP system and how it going to benefits everything. So you will be having a good understanding at the end of these sessions. Okay. So actually, the ERP is not evolved as an ERP initially. Okay, in 1960s, the people will be having a good challenge in inventory management systems. Okay, they could not able to manage the inventory properly with the software. So initial thought was now how we can have a good solutions to manage the inventory system. Okay, then so they developed as software solutions now which now properly manages the inventory, the master, product master, category, and all the receptions and outgoings. Then later in 1970s, this again expanded like material requirement planning, MRP. So this is more like a connected part into an manufacturing industry, like the procurement of raw materials and the procurement planning and demand planning and the delivering of the raw materials. So in short, I would say like the material requirement planning system, which evolved in 1970s, more like the planning and management of the procurement, which is more into the production industries. But that is again not a complete solution for a production management. Then later 1980s, now this is again expanded into a manufacturing resource planning system. So where in 1980s, this system, what it will cover the entire operational areas of the manufacturing. So starting from the product, then bill of material, then production planning, scheduling, work order, work centers, the entire operational areas of the manufacturing system was set up in the 1980s. So then what happens is now still they faced a good challenge, because now this is limited to only the one entity of an organization specific into manufacturing. So the later thought comes, and so people have a good challenge of using multiple softwares. Then later in 1990s, now actually the evolution of ERP starts. Okay, so in evolution of the ERP, what happens now? They wanted a system like everything in a single solution. Okay, so it consists of the accounting module, the production module, HR module, even service module, sales module, procurement, planning, etc. But you know that 1990s, it was like more like on-premise solutions, and it will be having huge a cost for infrastructure setup, and then on the upfront upfront investment for the ERP setup, etc. Then in 2000s, this again changed like more into cloud solutions. So it completely stopped, it completely stopped the infrastructure setup cost. Okay, and it also in 2000s, most of the ERPs moved into subscription model as a SaaS model. So that is also again minimizes the upfront investment on ERP systems, so which actually given a good relief to the entrepreneurs, that even small and medium entrepreneurs can also go with an ERP system. So it actually changed the mode into good affordability mode. Okay, then of course you will be having a questions like what will be the future of an ERP system, because now in the future, of course the future of the ERP system is along with the technological trend. Okay, so in technology, when I say along with the technological trend, nowadays ERP systems are now taking the advantages of the technology like artificial intelligence, and then IoT, machine learnings, etc. Because now this all this technology helps to reduce the process now, and it also give good reportings and even good forecastings, etc. So in short, what you have to understand is like ERP is not evolved as a perfect ERP solution at the very first stage. Now it has a evolution stages, and then it evolved as a good complete solution now. And the ERP systems, now in short, you have to understand it is a software solution, and which helps to manage the entire operational areas or process of your organizations. So I believe that Ashraf, this is very much clear for you as well as our audience.
Yes. Thank you. First of all, thank you for covering. You have given an overview of the evolution of ERP system, which start from an IC system in 96 to 62, and then it has ERP nowadays, and of course the future of the ERP. Okay, I think participant also got an overview of the system. Okay, let me ask another question. Okay, what would be the difference between a traditional software and versus an ERP? Could you please answer that?
Yes, of course. See, traditional software and ERP. When I say when you compare with traditional software and ERP, the major difference I would address is like the collaboration. Okay, you couldn't able to see now a good collaboration in traditional softwares. Okay, when I say collaboration, it is not just like one or two departments, across the departments of the organization. Okay, and second thing is that now in traditional softwares, normally we couldn't able to see a proper workflow and approval systems. Okay, there will not be any kind of proper approval and delegation systems in the traditional software. So this you have to consider not only into a specific point, because if you're using any project management tool, maybe you can see, but you have to consider across the department of the organizations. I think you're clear now, Ashraf.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, you can go ahead to next session.
Okay, so next what we have to understand is what are the primary benefits of going with an ERP system. It's simple, like why we should go with an ERP system. Okay, so what will be the advantages now we will get now if we go with an ERP system. So as I mentioned, when you go with an ERP systems, the one of the good advantage is the collaboration between the users and departments of the organizations. Okay, another thing is that now all we are collecting the data from the entire department into a single database. Okay, so we'll be having a good access to the data, and there will be a good accuracy, there will be a good availability of the informations as well. And of course now when we have a proper data and a proper system, we should be able to do good planning and scheduling. Okay, and of course this will give a good good report things, even analysis. And in normal cases now what will be happening is now users have to depend on certain spreadsheets and manual jobs to conclude a report. So it will take hours actually, or maybe sometimes it will take days also. So when you come to ERP systems, now you'll get all the reports in clicks actually. Okay, and if you have a sufficient data, then it will be a great help to the business leaders or entrepreneurs now to have good analysis on it, and they could able to take up the decisions then and there. Otherwise they want to rely on the people and the manual process, and not so they could not able to take any immediate decisions. Okay, so if you face and if they have any challenges, so they could not able to take a decision then and there. Okay, and of course the one of the core objective of the ERP system is to reduce the cost of the operations of the organizations. Okay, so it helps to streamline the process and automate the process. Okay, and another thing is that nowadays now all the ERP system is more like cloud based and subscription based, and most of them are providing the capability of offline as well. So this is a good advantage when you compare with the other solutions. Okay, and another thing is that when you go with an ERP systems, okay, you don't want to stick to, or you don't want to depend on multiple softwares. So you will get entire things in a single software. Otherwise, no, you will be keep using Tally for accounting and some other HR solutions, some other production solutions, some other project management solutions, etc. So you can completely replace all those softwares and bring into the single systems. And another very good and good feature is that most of the ERPs like modular based. So it is not something like that you want to purchase all the modules upfront and use. So most of the ERPs, 99% of ERPs provide this flexibility, options, and scalability. So you can start with maybe one department or one module, and you can scale the systems without changing the systems. So normally what will happen is you will start with a small systems. Okay, maybe you start with a traditional software, then you scale your business, you replace that software. So when you come to an ERP system, you don't want to replace the software, you will just scaling the same software. Okay, and of course now you could able to provide good customer service in the ERP system. And finally and importantly, the main advantage is that you don't want to rely on any people. Okay, instead you'll be rely on the trusted software. So this is a big advantage, because now you are getting entire operational unit into a single database and single software. So you will be get the decision maker or the leaders now could able to get entire control in a single point of truth actually.
So you're saying there will be a truth center for every action.
Yes,
Instead of
exactly.
relying each department or each people, we can relay ERP as a truth center, right?
Yes,
Center
yes.
of a point. Okay, so then I think you have covered the key points of the ERP, benefits of ERP system. Still, I have a question. As an entrepreneur or a business owner, how can I take a decision? When should I switch to an ERP? When should I move on? Could you please explain that?
Yes, Ashraf, actually, this is a very good questions. I believe that most of our audience also will have the same questions in their mind. So when I want to go to an ERP system, on what basis I should take a decision that no, I want to go with an ERP systems. Okay, so Ashraf, let me take you into certain scenarios or cases, and now you check those. No, you have those challenges. Then if you're facing those challenges, then of course no, you have to take a decision or make a decision like no, you want to go with an ERP system. Okay, so let me
Okay.
take you the challenges, like for example, in your business or in your organizations, if your team are spending too much time on a same task or process. Okay, so then you have to understand there is that no, you have to automate something and you have to build a proper process over that. So that is one of the case you have to consider. Then of course this is one of the key point you have to consider, if whether you want to go with an ERP system or not. Second thing is that being a business leader or manager or an entrepreneur, and you don't have any access to the data of your organizations, then definitely this is a very important thing that you are missing something, and of course you have to go with an ERP system. Third thing is that now if you couldn't be able to align your customers and vendors and internal users into the single line, and you are depending multiple softwares, or sometimes you're depending on the softwares of your vendor, then of course no, you have to go with a reliable ERP system. And the fourth one, which usually all the entrepreneurs using the challenges, because in their organization, Tally will be for accounting. They're using some biometric solutions for attendance. They're using another HR and payroll solutions. They're using some production management solution. There will be some property management or construction management solutions. So n number of solutions, n number of now softwares are using in the organization, and which is not integrated. Then of course no, you have to think of an ERP solutions which integrates all your operational units in your organization. Another is actually being a business owner. Maybe this is not that much applicable to the people who are into service industry, but those who are managing with the stock or inventory, and if you have a lack of visibility of your inventories, what is the value of your inventory, then you have to understand that you are missing very important thing, that no, you don't know what is your asset value, or what you don't know what is your inventory value is, and how you're planning your inventory, and how often you're filling your stock, or make to stock, etc. Then you have to go with a good reliable ERP solutions which give more accuracy on your inventory, and which in turns give good clarity on your inventory and inventory values. Okay, and another thing, as I said, that for example, now being a owner, you are facing a challenge to take some decisions because of lack of data, or if you are relying on some people. For example, if you want to take up some decisions, okay, for that you need some certain reports or certain data. So for that, if you are relying on multiple department heads, or no, you want it will takes maybe another 1 week 2 weeks to prepare some reports, then of course you need to think of about a ERP system. Okay, and another thing is that no, if you have any challenges with your legal or statutory compliances with your existing software, then you should think of about a good ERP system which comply with the statutory parts. Okay, and another thing is that no, very important thing is that no, if your business or enterprise is relying on people rather than a proper system, then of course no, you have to immediately think about an ERP system and bring all your process into the ERP system rather than relying on a individual users. Okay, and most importantly and finally, if you are thinking of now scaling up your business, then of course no, with all these challenges you could not able to scale your business into the next level. So you have to sort out all these challenges first, then only you could able to scale your business. So that is the place you want to think of an ERP system immediately. So Ashraf, I believe that now these scenarios, I believe all our audience can check themselves. And of course, now I have a questions for them. If you are facing these challenges, please kindly type yes in the chat. Yeah, I can see. I can
I
see.
think I can see many yes. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
I think
Jasad,
more yes for this question. So yes, this is for sure
yes.
that of course now they will be having some of the challenges. So
Okay.
then they have to consider this.
Jasad, thank you for giving an insight into this topic. So far you have covered the key benefits, key takeaways, and when an entrepreneur and a business owner need to take a decision, that's a crucial one, right? So, okay,
Yes, yes.
I have another question to ask you. How can you could you please differentiate an organization with an ERP without an ERP? What would be the major core difference?
Yes, Ashraf. Yes, this is actually maybe still I have already explained what is the benefits and
Yeah,
benefits
so
of
far you have
getting an
explained the
ERP
benefit that is okay,
benefit.
I'm agreeing, and
Yes, yes,
decision when should I make decision. So still I am in a dilemma too. What would be the difference? Could you
yes.
in an
Understand.
infographic way? Could you please explain? That would be
Yes,
more beneficial.
understand. Yeah, let me explain this through some infographic way, like so that you could able to compare easily what will be the advantages or disadvantages with an ERP system without an ERP system inside an organization.
Yeah,
Okay.
our audience also saying good question. Say they also want to know that.
Yes, exactly. See,
Yes,
the first one is
thanks.
that now, if you are using a good ERP system, you will be having a good collaboration across the departments, which means that your departments are interconnected or integrated. It will not be something like a different entity, and it will not be something like that. So the collaborations will be there. That will be the one of the key benefits with an ERP system. Another thing is that if without an ERP system, your data will be segregated across multiple places. So if you wanted to take up some decisions now, it will take long time. So most of the times now, which leads to losing of your good orders, or sometimes you may need to dissatisfy your customers. Sometimes you may dissatisfy your vendors. Even sometimes you may dissatisfy your internal users as well. Okay. And as I said, the third thing is that now with an ERP system, you could able to do a good control of your inventory. So which eventually gives a good profitability in the business also, because you might don't know how much, what is the inventory value of your business now, how often you are doing the reordering for your reordering of your stock, and how many stocks are dead, and how many stocks are misplaced. Okay. And even sometimes you can think like, why can't I keep the stocks with vendor, and some strategical decisions also. So this is also one of the key benefits. And another thing is that when you are into the production industry, something like that, then you could able to do, even service industry also, certain projects and everything, you could able to do proper planning and scheduling of those things. And without proper planning and scheduling, definitely you will be having loss of no time, and you could not able to meet the deadlines. You could not able to make use of the resources properly. Another thing is that without proper systems, you could not able to track what is the customer lead time, and company security lead time, and vendor lead time, and what is our reordering systems, and which products are to, in the case of a make to order, which products are into like a production produced items, something like that. You will not be having a good control over it, and ultimately you will keep on delaying the deliverables to the customers, and end of the day, what will happen is like your customer will get dissatisfied. Okay. And this is very crucial things is that without an ERP system, you won't always rely on spreadsheets or some manual bookkeepings. And otherwise, you will get the reports and everything in a single click, as I already explained, which helps to take up the decisions very quickly. Okay. And finally, and if you have a proper system, so your entire organization is aligned, and that will be in a single system. So all the process will be automated, and you could able to satisfy your customers very easily. So Ashraf, this is quite easy to understand, I think, the
Yes,
visualization.
of course, Jasa. Thank you for giving us a clarity or picture about this topic. So, okay, I think the attendees also got an overview. They also got a clear picture about this comparison.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
still, I have another question. See, you said the key benefit, you said the comparison without an ERP. I got the picture, but still, there might have some factors I want to, as a entrepreneur or a business owner, I need to choose an implementation partner. Before that, I need to set some criteria. Before implementing, what are all the factors should I check before implementing an ERP?
Okay.
I hope you clear the question.
Yes, yes. This is actually very important question, I would say, because no, you know that in the market there are a number of ERPs are available, and of course, all vendors will be promising that our ERP is the best for you, course. But being a stakeholder or business owner, you have to consider a few key points before going for an ERP implementations. Of course, no, you know what is ERP, what is advantage, what is the benefits you are going to get. Okay, and and as I said, what is the difference with an ERP without an ERP? Okay, then the another important decision, for example, if you made a decision like, okay, I want an ERP system, then the next point is no, you should have a certain checklist you have to consider. Okay, which no, what are the things I have to be considered before going to an ERP system? So let me tell you. So the first point is that before going to an ERP implementation, the first point is that you have to choose the right implementation partner. This is the very crucial one. Okay, so then second point is that no, there should be a good business analysis. Okay, for example, even no, for example, no, there will be many users into the same industry, same trading, etc. For example, let me give you example. If one customer is into let's say textile industry, okay, there will be another customer also into the same textile industry, but still there will be tremendous changes in their business process and everything, but most of the things will be common. So the proper business analysis is very important, and it is also similarly important to do a proper documentations. Okay, so before jumping to an ERP implementation, choose the right implementation partner, do a proper business analysis, and do the documentation. Okay, then once you've done that, okay, you have to have a proper planning for the implementations. Okay, what all the things will be delivered, when, and what will be the timeline, and what are the deliverables you will get. Okay, then once you start the ERP implementation, please don't try to make a legacy system. Don't try to making your ERP into legacy systems. Okay, so when you move into an ERP systems, you have to consider that you are going to the next level. So you are upscaling your business, so you try to adapt as much as the ERP is provide. Okay, and another point is that no, you should not include scope in between during the implementation. Of course, you have done a good business analysis and documented those things. Then in between, don't try to add during the implementation. If you have something comes up, just consider just next level of scope or phase 2 scope, something like that. And next important point during the implementation, what you have to consider is that now you have to do adequate testing and validation. This is critically important. Even big companies also failed in this stage, actually. Example like Nike and all. Okay, so Nike is not at all a small company, but they failed the ERP implementation because of proper testing. Okay, so we have to be very much careful about the testing and validation. Each process you have to test properly and make sure that that is aligning your business process. Okay, then you have to make sure that now you're getting proper training and support also, because now ERP system is not something like that. No, it is a ready-made system you just install and use for lifetime. Of course, no, it actually, you have to understand, it is actually the brain, or you can say heart of your business. Everything is inside it. So of course, no, when your business is growing, you have to scale and fine tune the ERPs as well. When I say fine tune, it is not something like it have bugs or something, because no, that you have to take care about the ERPs, no, as and when you're same like when you scale the business. Okay, then make sure that you have the owners for the project from the customer side as well as the implementation team. Then of course ERP is not something like some imagination or magic, so you don't expect any kind of unrealistic things from the ERP. For example, if you just done the implementation, so then you can just simply sit idle, everything ERP will do, not something like that. So please be realistic on those. Okay, so these are the key points you have to consider before and during the implementation of an ERP systems. So Ashraf, you
Thank you,
got
Jasad. It sounds
mhm.
good. Okay. So you have very well covered the importance of business analysis and social documentation. So tendency to legacy system, stick to legacy system. Thanks. But I have noticed one thing. You have highlighted choose the right implementation partners in green. I think that's a mistake, right? So I
Well,
forgot
Ashraf,
to.
that is actually not at all a mistake. You know, actually, intentionally, I have
I
made
thought you
highlight
have
that.
done addition before this.
No, 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 no.
No.
Because no, actually the first point have a good relevance, because no, if you are no, if you put no, if you spend some time to identify the right implementation partner, or no, this is the key factor. If you identify a good implementation partner, then that implementation partner will take care of all the other things. So that is what the things. See, if you identify a good implementation partner, they will take care of your the business analysis part. They will do the good documentations and then get in confirm with the client, and they will do a proper implementation plan. They will provide the training, support, everything. So now selecting or choosing the right implementation partner is the crucial thing when you go for an implementation. If you failed in that, of course the probability of failing the ERP implementation is very high. So most of the times the failure failure of the ERP implementation is because of the right implementation, not because of it is because of the lack of choosing the right implementation partner.
So you are saying choosing the right implementation partner cater all other tasks.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Let me ask another question. Okay, if it is the core part, how as an entrepreneur or a business owner, how I choose the right implementation part? See, my problem is everyone saying we are the best, we will do the level best. What would be the key factor? How I choose the right implementation partner? See, everyone is telling to try, we'll do the best. Our ERP is the best in the industry. We will cater everything. But at the end of the day, it will not be like this. So how we choose the right implementation partner?
Okay, so Ashraf, now let me explain you how you can choose the right implementation partner. There are few criteria you have to consider while you choosing the right implementation partner. Okay, so what you have to check is that when you choose the right implementation partner, make sure that they have good functional and technical expertise on the ERP domain. Okay, and second thing is that they have good industry experience. Okay, and third thing is that of course ERP system is not something like very ready to fit without any customization. So of course there will be a minor or maybe a certain percentage of customization is required to meet the entire process or maybe the strategies of some organizations. So make sure that the partner have the capability of doing the customization and integrations. Okay, and if they don't have the proper team for it, then they will rely on someone else and the process will get delayed, and ultimately chance of failure will be very high. And make sure that they have good certified consultants, okay, having experience in the domain. Okay, and make sure they are providing good training and support. Okay, and how they are maintaining the relationship. Okay, and of course the methodology of the implementation is very important. What is the methodology of the implementation? So you have to clearly understand how they are going to do the implementation in upfront. Okay, so this is very crucially important, what methodology they are following. Okay, and how reliable they are. Okay, so if you connect with them, whether they are an independent consultant or a freelancer or maybe just a techie savvy, so you have to make sure that how reliable they are, and how now, because now it is not something like just install and go. Now it is like a kind of a mutual association or partnership. Now get it done the success. So so this is crucially important, that now how reliable partner you are choosing. Okay, then of course we have to see the results. Okay, I mean their success stories, and what are the implementations they have done, etc. And finally we have to compare the price as well. Okay,
Price is the final criteria, or
Of course, see, price is the final criteria only, and the funny part is actually even now regularly we get now lot of inquiries or calls like Technaureus, are you doing ERP implementation? Yes, of course we are doing ERP implementation. So then next questions will be, oh, what will be the
What would be your price?
approximate price? Approximate price. These are the questions we usually
That
get.
is a common.
Yes, sir. So my question, sorry, what I have to tell to my audience is that now price is actually the final criteria, and if you're looking at the price and if all other criteria it is not meeting, then that even that budgetary price is not worth and it is waste. Okay, so please make sure that the vendor met all the criterias. Then if two vendors have competing criteria, then you think about the price comparison. Okay, because now if you get a cheaper price, it never means that they will provide everything. Even also if you get a big price, it also never means that they are good at the services. But you compare all these points, then you take up the decisions about the price and everything. So I believe that Ashraf, you got the good idea about the implementations, how you want to choose the right implementation partner and everything. So I know that this session is actually in a very short time, so we couldn't able to do a deep dive into the topic. Okay, I know that we have a limitations of time to explain into the deep dive. So because of that, we are providing a surprise gift. Okay, and
Oh, that's great.
of an ebook. Okay, and this ebook will clearly explain about the topic, how does ERP help to scale your business in a detailed way, including some use case scenarios, and so you would able to understand all the details. And of course, now my colleague Ashraf will share a link in the chat box, and if you register now in 15 minutes, okay, then you will get this ebook for free of course. Otherwise later you may need to purchase from the Amazon. So you can Ashraf, could you please now help them to provide the link for the registration so they could able to register, and they can grab the ebook for free of course now. Okay, so okay, so
Yes,
I
yes,
believe,
I have shared for everyone. I think everyone got the link.
yes,
Type
yes, yes.
this in the chat box.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. So, so I believe that everybody got an insight about the what ERP is and how it beneficial for our organization to scale into next level. If yes, of course, please type yes in the chat box, and then we can jump into the Q&A part.
Yes,
So
well explained. So we need some more question. Yeah, that Anandu, that you can ask in the Q&A session. Please ask in the Q&A session.
yes, yes. Ashraf, I'm
Okay.
getting questions like, can you talk about Odoo ERP? See,
Yes.
Odoo ERP is actually an open source ERP, and it have both the open source edition as well as enterprise editions. And it is an European based international product. Okay, and having a customer base of almost 8 million users. And so if you are very small industries, then of course you can go with open source edition, and if you are into small and medium, then you can go with enterprise edition, and they are providing the subscription based and a cloud based solution. So maybe this is one of the affordable ERP solutions you can just enter into the systems. Okay,
Okay.
and
Another question. I am using Tally. Anandu is asking, I am using Tally version. I am comfortable in accounts. What kind
okay.
of ERP you are preferring? Would you prefer ERP, or what kind of ERP you are preferring?
Okay, okay. See, Anandu, the question is like, if your organization have a challenge of uh, bringing all your operational departments into a system with the Tally, then of course you have to think about a good ERP system. Okay, and of course another questions from Ronald Simomra.
Ronald,
Yes,
what
yes.
kind of ERP we have to use? Like SAP?
Hmm. Yes, of course, in the market, there are a lot of good ERP systems like SAP is one of them, Oracle, then Odoo. The lot of ERP systems are there. So we have to consider what is the business process of yours. Okay, then which ERP you have to choose. because no, and also there are considerably, we want to identify which industry you belongs to, and then what about your budget also. So both are crucial. So I think maybe Ronald, maybe they can
Another
respond
question,
as by
Sneha Ramachandran asking whether
Mhm.
we go for an open source ERP or a fully paid subscription ERP.
Well, so this
The
is
same question another person also asked, whether we
yes,
go
yes,
for open CRP. Okay.
yes. Because no, if you have if you are a very small organization, and if you have challenges of allocating a good budget for an ERP system, then it is of course good to go with an open source solutions initially, and later maybe you can just convert into a paid subscriptions. So any other questions?
Do you people do business consultation? Abdullah asked, do you people do the business consultation?
Yes, of
That
course, our
is, yes.
process starts from consulting only. Like we will not immediately jump into the implementation. We'll do a proper consulting and process study. Then, of course, the ERP implementation is not only just a system or solution implementation. Along with that, no, we have to do proper consulting also, because sometimes, no, if you may following wrong methods or process in your business. Okay, then. There will be then you have to change the process first rather than going into the ERP. Okay.
And another question, anonymous attendee, is order suitable for multi-branch, multi-country organization?
Yes, of course, order have the capability of multi-company and multi-currency, and of course, as I said, the solution is international product, and they are meeting the compliances of most of the countries. Okay, so of course they can use, because those entrepreneurs, those who have entity in India and abroad, they can use the single system to manage both organizations.
Okay, Alex asked, see, could you please compare what would be the comparison between Tally? I am using Tally. Why should I need to switch to an ERP? That is really interesting. He's using Tally. So could you
Okay.
please tell?
See, of course, no, we have to
It's
understand, because now if he's just a self-employed person, just he's a one-man person, he just keeping the bookkeeping, and his core focus is only accounting, Tally is good enough for them. But no, if you want to scale into the next level, and when he have different operational entities, then Tally may not able to handle all those operational areas actually.
okay. Anonymous, another question. What are the methodologies used in implementing ERP?
Okay. In ERP implementations, in nowadays, no, we cannot follow with this agile methodology. Actually, we need to follow. Actually, sorry, we can. We need to. We don't want to. We will not follow the waterfall methodology. Of course, we need to go with the agile methodology. Okay, because the technology is changing tremendously, and ERP implementation is a kind of a long-term process. So the best approach is that modular basis or department basis implementation. Okay, so I'll do the implementation planning, and very importantly, the best implementation methodology is stick with the out of the box features. So Ashraf, any other questions?
No.
No. So audience,
Yes,
anybody
another question is mentioned, the drawback of ERP. Could you please just
Yes, mentioned the
briefly
drawback of
ERP?
this is actually very good questions. See, when yes, let me tell you the drawback of ERP means actually the ERP product don't have any drawback. Okay, but you feel it have drawback when you don't have the sufficient resources to use it. For example, let me explain you. You have a business entity, you have the procurement department, inventory department, you have a sales department. Okay, and you are the one person handling all those things, then you will be having a troubles, because ERPs always come with a particular solution for each department which is integrated. For example, your procurement manager raised some RFQ for the approval to the manager. Okay, so you are the procurement manager, you are sending the request, and you are the same person, you are doing the approval. Then maybe you feel some drawback. And of course now the drawback of ERP, I would say like the drawback is mostly comes with the implementation partner actually, or maybe the incorporation of the stakeholders. So any other questions?
Yeah, Kumar asking, I'm an entrepreneur or business owner. How ERP will cater my MIS requirements? MIS is having core MIS requirement. How ERP is delivered?
Most of the ERPs are providing good reporting and analysis reports, okay, and even some dashboards, etc. Then and some most modern ERPs providing the flexibility of integrating with good business intelligence as well.
Okay. Is there any questions?
So anybody having any questions?
Question. This will be another 5 more minutes, I think.
Yes.
Could you please suggest open source ERP? Rahim Ansari asked.
Rahim Ansari, when you're thinking of open source ERP, I would suggest Voodoo is the best one to start with actually. And Nishant is asking, is this fit for real estate industry? Of course, no. You can go with an ERP system for real estate industries. You could able to manage the real estate projects, then rental things, contract part, everything, and even we have a specific module for property management as well.
Okay, Ranjit asking, do you people custom the ERP? Custom the ERPs. I have specific requirement. Do you people custom the ERPs?
Yes, of course, Ranjit. No,
Ranjit, yes.
Yeah, we do the customizations for customization based on the requirement. But now, before jumping into the customizations and being a consultant, we have to do thorough business analysis whether that customization is required or not. If it is very much required, then only we will recommend a customization. But of course, we have a good team for customization if it is required.
Suhail asked how to reach you. So actually, basically,
yes, of course. Well, let me share our contact in the chat box so that if anybody want to reach out, please you can reach us. Okay.
Also, you can see
my contact slide. And I can share my personal email as well. So if anybody having any queries or anything, please you can reach out me even after the sessions. So our that surprise or the book offer is going to end. So if anybody didn't register, please kindly register, and I think the link will be blocked after 5 minutes, right, Ashraf?
Yes.
Then later on you may need to go to Amazon.
You can purchase the same in Amazon also.
Yes,
so it's available in Kindle edition also.
Yes. But now we'll give in free of cost those who registered during the sessions.
So they will be available another 10 minutes. We have extended to another 10 minutes. Okay.
So anybody having any questions or anything to be clarified?
Yes, could you please suggest Nayana asked, suggest healthcare industry. Having spa or healthcare industry, could you please suggest an ERP for healthcare?
Yes, there are specific modules for healthcare industries what we have developed. Okay, so if the industry is spa, of course we have the solutions now which is integrated and how the point of sale and the process integrated solutions we have actually.
Okay,
I think over, right?
It's over. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So thank you all of you. Thank you for watching us, listening us, and interacting with us. And especially thanks to the Kerala IT also providing us the good, wonderful platform. Okay. So thank you. Have a nice day all.